Here with Catamount head coach Jim Clift after they sweep a very solid team today. After you beat Presbyterian, came in with a winning record. What was the key in both wins today?
Well, I think pitching. Both Taylor and Courtney kept us in the game. The first game, as a coach, you get nervous even though we were ahead pretty much the whole game. We felt like it's that old thing, don't let them hang around. That is a very good team, and they've got a bunch of home runs themselves, and you saw they scored off home runs today, and so that keeping us in that game, if no big giant innings, that kind of thing, and then our bats were a little bit asleep. The first game only had a 4 hits or so like that, and then the second game about halfway through we woke up, and that was nice to get a little breathing.
Talk about what it says for your team when you can win games in different ways. The pitchers dueled in game 1, then the offense came alive in game 2. What confidence does that give you as you really start getting into conference play this weekend?
Well, it's huge. Well, last weekend against DTSU, we kind of did that. We kind of did a little stumble out of the gate from a pitching standpoint in game 1, and then came back and went crazy on that one. And then the next game, we had an incredible pitching performance by Courtney. And so it's you're just finding different ways. It's like you always have a chance when that happens. If you get a pitcher in here that just shuts you down, which they can do, there's some great pitchers at our level. Then you got to find another way to win.
Talk about Sava. We talked about it at ETSU. Hit her first home run there. Came back with a big one here to give your team the lead. Talk about her performance and how she's been getting hot with the bat.
Well, I think she's figured a lot out. She probably, if you look at her stats from last year, you'd think she had that sophomore slump.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough. You always talk about that sophomore slump, and it's tough because you never had to worry about people having scouting reports on you and all that kind of stuff. And so they had a year of intel on her, and I think it took her a little bit to figure it out. And it seems like she's figured it out, and she's now getting at bat, making adjustments at bat rather than making adjustments between at bats or game for game or year to year. She's figuring it out while she's at the plate.
We were talking about it a moment ago. Madison Armstrong all of a sudden has found a power supply, if you will. Nearly had a home run today, had 2 doubles in the ball game. What's been the key to success at the plate for her?
I think at some point, we systematically say somebody's not a freshman anymore when they become a sophomore the next year. But that's a process that changed, and she's not as wide-eyed as she was a couple months ago. And it's like she knows that she belongs here. She knows what it looks like now. I tell you what, she's a clutch pressure player. We saw that last weekend, and she almost had that home run she missed today that hit the top of the fence. That's the second one like that. She could easily have 5 right now in 5 games, and she's just she just belongs, and she knows it.
Talk about the confidence this gives you now going to UNCG, another very good hitting team coming our way this weekend for the 10th anniversary. Talk about playing at home, the 10th anniversary festivities, and hosting UNCG in the second Southern Conference Series of the year.
Well, one of the things that I saw for my team, and this is kind of a plug for fans to get out here and fill this place up and fill the hill up there, is that when we were down in Charlotte last week, we filled those stands up. We have a lot of extended family and friends down in the Charlotte area and the surrounding region, and we just filled that place up, and it started rocking and rolling for us. And the girls they just got charged up, and you could see the way they played and just crushed the ball and played great. And I think that kind of atmosphere here this weekend could be huge for us. And this team coming in here is very, very, very good, and so they can hit against anybody, and they've beaten some good teams, and I guess I could say the same thing for this team. We play some good teams, and we can hit against anybody. So it's going to be interesting to see who can win if we have a pitcher's duel, what that looks like, because I can tell you it's going to be a tightrope if we do get in a pitcher's duel, because they've got some big sluggers and we got some big sluggers, and it should be a fun game for the fans to come out, and I invite them all out, because you fill those stands up with fans, purple and gold, and out there on the hill, and our girls will play.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Thank you very much.